What is up, guys? It's your favorite transparent YouTuber, Transparent Hoodie, back at you with another video. Today, apparently, there's these massive changes to Dragon Ball Fighters. Not gonna lie to you, I haven't been playing Dragon Ball Fighters recently, and not for any like crazy or particular reason. It's kind of just like there's been other games out like DBZ Kakarot that I've been messing around with. I've been trying to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh on PS4 only because there's allegedly supposed to be some sort of new game coming out or some sort of update. So yeah, so now there's this 4 minute video, which is kind of shocking to me because when it comes to Dragon Ball FighterZ news, it's kind of either we get it in bits and pieces throughout the year. Every couple of months or so, we get like maybe a minute, couple seconds of like information thrown at us. But this time it's 4 minutes, so like it has to be crazy. Like just from the responses from the internet alone, just everybody posting about it, like, oh my god, these changes are crazy, or oh my god, these changes are so wild. So let's see. This is gonna be my first time watching the video, so let's watch it together if you haven't seen it yourself. Let's see. All right, so okay. So today's supposed to be the finals. Okay, that makes sense. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's actually pretty clean. Battle adjustments. Finally, we could use the roster in this game? That's crazy. Yeah, that statement right there sounds like she's just saying I'm nerfing GT Goku. Oh, they completely changed the UI. The UI looks different. I feel like all developers have been saying that recently about their fighting games. Like, we're just going to be updating as much as we can. Yeah, I definitely noticed you changed the UI. The UI looks super different. So there is the finals going on. So wow. Wow, that was a lot of news, honestly. Hold on, let me lower the volume a bit. Wow, that's actually pretty crazy. I don't know about you guys, but the selectable assist, I don't know about. Okay, that could be a good and bad thing though, because I feel like selectable assist helps a lot of issues, but it doesn't help all issues. Like at the end of the day, like some characters are still clearly better than other characters. I mean, now we're going from a situation where characters were originally like hot dog shit to being nice smelling hot dog shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think a selectable assist doesn't really change anything, especially the way how some of these characters' assist works already. So, like Vegeta, like they will have to give massive incentives. Like this game is going to need like the craziest overhaul, only because it's just like if you really think about it, like you're gonna have to give players a real incentive on why they even should change the assist for characters assist that just work so well, you know? Regardless of the different combo opportunities, like I feel like when it comes to assist anyway, like people really don't use assist for combo. Well, obviously people use assist for combo extensions, right? They use it for combo extensions, which is it makes sense. But other characters have good assists like only because like of the utility of it, right? So that's another thing too. Like everybody hates Beerus assist because you could just super dash right through his garbage assist, right? And there's not much utility off of it. Yes, there is that opportunity where you could get like a slight combo extension if you were able to time it right. But like I said, like people rather utility over just a regular combo extension. Why do you think a lot of players don't use Super Saiyan Vegeta? I'm not saying that he's not used at all, but that's the reason why people kind of gave up on that character because people realize that utility for assist is better than just combo extending. So there's that. So I don't know. Like it is very hit miss. I don't feel like that fixes the problem. Like obviously the only way the problem for how certain characters are going to be preferred over other characters, you have to overhaul the game. And you have to give players more of an incentive to use their other assist compared to the ones that works for them already. Because I'm already thinking about a couple of characters where it's just like, why would you want to change their assist? You know? Okay, but let me go through this video piece by piece. So, okay, so Dragon Ball FighterZ is going into its third year. Alright, she's planning to update the battle system. So the general concept of the third season is to deliver users a fresh experience, which I appreciate. Oh, and I think this is very important while keeping what's good as is. Because I don't I feel like I'm in this small little minority where I prefer adjustments over nerfs. You know, like GT Goku, I understand he's right now he's a very oppressing character. A lot of people use him because he's just that good, right? Tournament wise, he's just that good. Um I feel like higher caliber players would just rather him get nerfed. But like I'm on the lower end of the spectrum, so like for me, I actually do see variety. Like I obviously I still see some GT Gokus because you're always gonna get novice players that just wants to, you know, either quote unquote tier whore, or you get novice players that feel like, oh my god, like what the pro players do or what they say is the dominant and epitome of the game. That's not true. Like if you're low enough on the skill rating or whatever, or you're decent enough, like I want to say intermediate level, like you don't necessarily always deal with what the pro players will deal with in tournament. You have to keep in mind, like these guys are here to win. Most of the time, me, like I just fight goofy dudes, like dudes that use goofy teams, you know, and other times like I do fight serious players, but like when I do fight those serious novice players, it is kind of just like I'm not running into GT Goku all the time. So I feel like he's more of a problem in the pro standings compared to just all around when it comes to the spectrum of the tier list of Dragon Ball FighterZ players. You know, like I don't see GT Goku all the time. So like completely destroying the character to me would kind of just suck. because pretty much what you're basically telling us is just that, all right, we're going to just make this character unusable because everybody don't like him. No, just adjust him a little bit. I feel like the only character in the history of me playing fighting games that got adjusted or got changed in the right way is Black Adam from Injustice. That's the only guy I could think of in the top of my head. Only because they didn't change what he could do. They didn't nerf what he could do. All they did was damage adjust. So the amount of damage that Black Adam was able to do in Injustice 2, they just adjusted. So he could still do all his crazy nutty shit, but it was just that the overall damage that he was outputting. He wasn't killing characters in like 2 combos now. Or if you guess wrong, you'll die in 2 combos. Like now it was kind of more like if you did 3 combos, if you did maybe 3 combos, 4 combos, then your opponent will die, which made it a little bit fair, because it wasn't fair where he was pretty much doing meterless, close to 70% combo, and then when he did get meter, it was like close to 78, maybe 80% combo originally or whatever. So yeah, I felt like Black Adam was fair at that, in that sense. People still used him. People still found success with him. Other people just, secondaried him because he was still a strong character. They didn't completely destroy him. So I hope they could do or find some sort of silver lining with GT Goku in that regard. Alright, let's keep on going. Okay, let's go through it again. Yeah, I really think, yeah. I'm pretty sure I gave off all my thoughts on the ZSS Select. It's hit miss. It's hit miss with me anyway. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Because like I said, some characters originally had really good assists. Like, you were going to have to give us a really good incentive on why we should switch. Especially when it comes to, like, beam assist. Like, Piccolo needs this, kind of. Like, the thing about Piccolo's assist, his assist isn't bad. Like, it really isn't all that bad. But the problem is they just need to adjust the way how the assist works, because it's a homing move where pretty much you could just super dash right through that thing, right? Like, at that point, I just feel like they should just change homing energy blast more than anything than just giving Piccolo just, oh, yeah, you could just change his assist if you don't like it. Like, that's not the issue. Changing the assist isn't the issue. I feel like it's more of just adjusting the way how certain assist works. But like I said, this is not something I'm upset about. At the end of the day, I still feel like it's something great to have in the game, because variety is always a great thing. No one will ever tell you that options is a bad thing, especially me. Yeah, I want to hear about these. Let me hear this again. The battle adjustments. Our general goal is to create a situation where many different characters are used by different players. Okay, I respect that. I respect that. We made a game with all these characters, use them, and we appreciate that. You haven't been giving us the opportunity to use them, but yeah, I kind of like that incentive where it's just like, I don't know if that's going to play a part in nerfing, patching, just buffing, where characters now they just want the game to feel like it's having a good, like, they just want the game to have, like, I guess, everybody playing every single character that they possibly can. Like, there isn't or shouldn't be like a go-to team for any player no more. There should be like switch ups. There should be like different characters being utilized for different situations. I feel like if that's the case, that would actually be really dope and cool to see, actually. Just, we're not seeing like the same maybe 9, 8 characters being constantly used within like high play. And we're just getting that variety, so everybody feels a little bit more viable in the whole cast in the game. Obviously, not everybody could be super strong S tier, but if they could make the game close to that, then that would be amazing. Yeah, I don't know what she means by that, though. Like, how do you change that? Unless you're straight up talking about hitboxes and hurtbox changes. Because that's something that's inevitable, unless you're going to be taking away, like, fuzzies. Like, if that's her way of saying she's taking away fuzzies, that would be really insane. Then, if you take that away from... Okay, if you legit take that away from characters where they can't fuzzy bigger opponents, then this is a brand new game. Like, Broly just, in my head, the Super Saiyan Broly, the first Broly that we got, like, he kind of shoots up in the tier list a little bit if you can't fuzzy him. That's the only reason why he was just not a viable character. And then shorter characters on the spectrum, like, they're not really too much affected, only because the good shorter characters were always good. They didn't necessarily need to fuzzy an opponent. But, man, that's actually pretty crazy. That's really okay. If she's saying this just so that, or if this is just her hint to saying that she's getting rid of fuzzies in the game, that's pretty insane. Now, if that's the case, a lot of these bigger characters, or these characters that are big that people were scared to use because they didn't want to get fuzzy, they got a little better. Majin Buu, okay, the only characters that come to mind is like Majin Buu, Broly, Cooler, yeah, Cooler's on the bigger side. Yeah, like these guys. Ooh, Janemba too, because Janemba could get fuzzied. So, I mean, they're not going to be great or amazing, but at least now they're a little bit more usable. Like, you don't feel like you're going to get oppressed because now, regardless of what you do, whether you're blocking or not blocking, it doesn't matter because you were going to get fuzzied. So that's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. So a lot of characters kind of do jump up because of that. So yeah, so pretty much what she's saying is she just wants the player base to feel like they have options. Like, as long as they have options, she's okay. I mean, that's going to happen regardless by such powerful attacks or combinations. Now, this is what I really, really want to read again. As well as adjustments that give users a chance to turn the tables, even if they only have one character. So, it's either one or two things are going to happen. They're going to change the way sparking works. Because that's crazy. Because I don't think sparking is bad. But, what if this is just something I'm going to throw out there just to get your guys' reception on it. But what if sparking kind of works as its own independent meter? Like, what if you don't get sparking right away when a match starts? You have to build your quote-unquote sparking meter, allowing you to get it multiple times. I don't know. Dang, that would be broken, though. Like, they would really have to adjust sparking. Because that's the only thing I could think of when she says, like, now, when it comes to just you having one characters, you could turn the tables. What does that mean? Like, you're going to increase the duration for sparking. But if you increase the duration for sparking, are you going to increase it when you only have one character left? Do the properties of sparking change depending on the amount of characters you have? Like, that's interesting. I really want to see how they change sparking, though. Because that's the only thing I could think of for them to actually give you some sort of comeback factor when it comes to you only having one character. We will be implementing a specific feature for... Oh, so we hope players will give it a try? So I don't know now. Because she's saying it's going to be a specific feature, so it might not be sparking that they work on. It could just be something along the lines of the Dragon Balls, right? Where you could do something in-game and then you could somehow, some way make a comeback from that. I don't know. They could go about it like, there are a couple of games that do this, where the only one that comes to mind right now anyway is like Naruto, where depending on how much damage you take, you could do more damage based off of, depending on how much damage you take and how much, I guess, your armor, quote unquote, or I guess your clothing breaks away. In Naruto, that's how it worked. You'll get more damage as the fight prolongs, but I don't know if they're going to do that. That's just me spitballing ideas. What else? Let us know your thoughts. That's what this video is for. Alright, nothing has been set in stone for the next topic. So this next thing is kind of iffy. Everything else is pretty much concrete, but this part, iffy, I guess. This is for the updates, right? Like, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I didn't have no problem with them not making updates until the next season. Only because, like, when it comes to updates, right? Like, you have to relearn the game. You have to relearn your characters. Me, I always stick to my go-to team. Like I said, like I'm a novice player, so I really don't take the time to try to like master this game on a very high tournament level or pro player level. Like I just like playing this game for what it is. I enjoy the characters I do play. Whether they get nerfed, buffed, doesn't matter to me. I'm using them regardless. But that's the thing, like I thought that was always a fine idea for them just to not buff the game, or not buff the game, not consistently adjust the game every now and then. Because like I do like having these long periods of time where I could just enjoy my character for what they are before I have to relearn the character all over again and figure out new stuff. So if they give us maybe throughout the year, like there's 12 months within the year, right? I would say a good little silver lining for that is maybe update the game every 4 or 5 months. Like, how do you guys feel about that? I feel like that's reasonable. Every 4 or 5 months, update the game. If there's a situation that's super problematic, you can shorten the adjustment time frame. Instead of 4 or 5 months, you would adjust the game in 3 months. You know, like I feel like that's a very good like solution for that. But let's watch the video. Because that's my okay, because I hope this is not just a reply to the community, because obviously us novice players for the most part we don't get hurt. It's mostly the pro players. Like I mean we get listened to, but it's mostly the pro players they listen to, right? More, right? Obviously they're pro players. They're playing the game at the highest stakes. They're playing with so much on the line. So yeah, they're gonna listen to the pro players way more. So like at the end of the day, I do hope that we just let certain things resonate a little bit more, because that's the thing that that's the thing that the way how they was patching the game originally made sense to me, is because everybody is too reactionary. Like they could be one thing that works very well, not broken, it just works very very well, but everybody's going to just scream nerf nerf. Like, you know, like that's the problem I have with just fighting game communities in general, where everybody has too many like knee-jerk reaction to things. Like obviously GT Goku was an oppressing character because the rest of the cast of characters just couldn't stack up to what he could stack up to, and not just like fighting against, but just his utility in general. Like GT Goku could do a lot, but like I said, like I just don't want there to be a situation where the community kind of just destroys a character because they're just being too reactionary and not taking the time to sit back, think about a character before they just start screaming nerf 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 nerf. Because again, if I'm just spitballing just examples, the one that comes to mind is like Mortal Kombat. Like give a game time to properly resonate a little bit. That's why I say 4 or 5 months should be a good enough time to just see how a character develops. Only because it's like, all right, check this out. You give a character 4 or 5 months, right? In the example of Mortal Kombat, we did it at first. We never even knew Johnny Cage was that guy. I mean, the Johnny Cage players that played him knew he was that guy, but we never knew he was that guy. Same with Jackie Briggs. Like everybody was screaming, Gearus is broken, Gearus is broken. But Gearus high level is a very just meh character. Not saying that he doesn't crack top 8 when Mortal Kombat was starting off, or he wasn't within the top 16s. Like Gearus was a very strong character, but he wasn't the strongest character. We found that out later on because again, the game itself had time to mature. We got to see different things. We got to see different character specialists utilize different characters. But yeah, like the only character at the time that was very oppressing was like Jackie when the game first came out, and Sonya Blade because she just done ridiculous damage. But besides that, like I said, give the game time to resonate. Let's know for sure a problem is a problem before we start screaming nerf, buff, whatever, you know? All right. I think that's it for the video. The video's almost done, right? Yeah. She was only talking about her like adjustment schedules. All right. Again, this really depends on the situation during the season. Cause I love the way this game releases characters. Like to me, Dragon Ball Fighters release characters, some characters, the best way out of most fighting games, where they make them feel powerful. Like they make them feel like you want to incorporate them into your team. Like Janemba. Like so far, Alucard, I recently just became a fan of Alucard because of his Janemba team. His Janemba, Frieza, and there was one more character that he used. It was Janemba, Frieza, and his third. Like that team to me is amazing. Like, I love when characters are just I love when players are just able to just take a character, feel strong with it, and you can clearly see that being represented on screen. Like Broly, like Gogeta, like GT Goku. Like, some of these characters just feel so powerful to use, and then it's obviously displayed on screen very, very well. I just love it. I just love seeing that. And I like what she said. Like, she's going to wait. From this comment that she said right here, how it was translated. Hold on, let's go back a little bit more. Like, she's not going to be, and yeah, it depends on the situation. So it's not going to be just sporadic changes. It really depends on the situation. Yeah, I definitely noticed you changed the UI. It looks nice though. You guys can't lie. It looks really nice. They kind of put heroes is on one side, villains to we don't know what their role is on the other side. Because could you really say 18 and 16 are villains? I mean, in the future Gohan timeline, they are. Cell isn't really a villain. Cell is just an asshole. I think we all can agree on that. Majin Buu is kind of a lovable oaf. Jiren is not really a villain. He just has very strong moral ethics to what he believes in. Yeah, I like this. Split up heroes and villains. The UI doesn't look too bad. They just pretty much split up hero villains. It's heroes, villains / miscellaneous. That's so funny. Alright. Oh, now this, I don't like, man, this have to be something insane. And added new modes to truly deliver users a fresh experience. Like, I don't even know what new modes that they could really bring, right? Like, what could they really add to the game besides, like, maybe a story mode overhaul? Because I know they've been teasing it. They teased it at one point, right? Because you remember when, I think it was when base Goku and base Vegeta was coming out. They did this whole special trailer where you got to relive the Saiyan saga. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing as well. If it is a thing, I mean, I would appreciate it. I hope that they also revamp some of the modes that they currently have. Like the story mode that they already have in game. If they could revamp that, that would be great. Give players a better incentive to play it. Because I don't think the story mode that they had sucked, because at the end of the day, like, it kind of was a Zenny farm. You know, like, you could farm Zenny by playing the story mode, but the way how you went about farming Zenny with the story mode was just, it got boring eventually because it just became tedious to play. So I hope they could overhaul that. Some of the other modes, I hope they could just change it up a little bit to make it feel a little bit more spicier. Like, you have your tournament mode, you have your challenge ladder. Those things, I just hope they could just spice it up a little bit. But new game mode though, like, I don't know what they could add to this game to make it feel refreshing. I mean, if they do plan on making an RPG mode, they could kind of go the Grand Blue Fantasy Versus route. Like, just make a dedicated mode where you select a character and go through a little adventure. That would be kind of dope. But yeah, I think that's it. There's no more, right? After she mentions this, the video is pretty much in the close. That's it for me. Good luck at the finals. All right, yeah, that's pretty much it. So guys, that's like my in-depth thoughts about all these different changes. Also, you know, Ultra Instinct Goku. If the finals really is today or tomorrow, I don't know when the finals are going to be. It's either today or tomorrow. If the final really is today or tomorrow, then I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting a trailer for Ultra Instinct Goku, along with what other characters is going to be in the season. And you know how they do that. They'll reveal Ultra Instinct Goku, probably the second character that will be coming out with Ultra Instinct Goku, and then they'll silhouette all the other characters that we're going to get for the rest of the year. But I'm interested though, like, who's going to come with Ultra Instinct Goku? Like, who? Nah, I feel like that's a separate video. Yeah, that's definitely a separate video. I'll leave that alone for another time, another video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the changes. Are you excited? Are you hype? Are you mad about it? Is this going to get you back into playing Dragon Ball FighterZ for whatever reason you stopped playing? But now with these changes, you're going to be like, let's go. Let's do this. I'm back in it. I'm using my all Goku team because apparently that's the only character that they add in the game. But yeah, like, let me know what you guys think. But that's it for this video. Transparent is fading out. Peace.